Toyota sells a range of Prius hybrid cars. There's the Prius C, a small hatchback, the Prius that's more common and more familiar, and then this one, the Prius V, which is the largest one in the range. So what we're going to do with this video is run through some of the features that differentiate the Prius V from its siblings. The Prius V gets good mileage, but its siblings, the Prius and Prius C, each get a lot better mileage. Prius V is rated at 42 miles per gallon combined by the EPA, whereas the Prius and Prius C each are rated at 50 miles per gallon combined. The Prius V and the Prius drive similarly, and a big reason for that are these three modes. There's EV, which allows the car to drive on battery power alone for short distances. There's Eco, and that adjusts the throttle response and the climate controls to sort of help you get that last little bit of mileage out of the car. And Power Mode, which gives you a sharper throttle response and generally makes the Prius V more lively. Interestingly, the Prius C is different. It does not offer the Power Mode. You only get the EV and the Eco mode. When it comes to driving the Prius V, you're definitely aware that you're driving a hybrid. What that means is there's sort of a weird elastic response to the engine. It doesn't have that direct linear response that a gas engine has. Also, the brake pedal feels a little weird. It's not that it's bad, it's just different. The interesting thing is, in my experience, the Prius C drives the most like a small hatchback. Something about the way they've done the engine and the transmission in that car makes you feel like you're just driving any other normal little hatchback, unlike the Prius V. Now, in terms of passenger room, the Prius V actually is pretty comfortable back here. I have the seat where I would have it. My knees are a little high, I'm not so wild about that, but in terms of space, it's pretty good. Now, when it comes to comparing the Prius V to the other Prius models, you know, it's a lot bigger on the outside, but when it comes to actual space, it's not a ton bigger when it comes to carrying passengers. The Prius V has 97 cubic feet of passenger space. The Prius has 94, and the Prius C has 87 cubic feet of passenger volume. And a cubic foot's about the size of a basketball, if that helps you figure out the kind of difference in size we're talking about. It's when you look at the cargo area that the Prius V starts to pull ahead of the other Prius models. Prius V has 34 cubic feet of cargo area, like we have it here with the seats up. That compares to 22 for the Prius and 17 for the Prius C. So when you consider Prius models, with the Prius V, you get a lot more cargo room, a little bit more passenger room, but you pay the price with mileage that trails the other Prius models.